Let's talk about trade shows today. Trade shows. If it's the right show, you could literally have tens of thousands, if not over 100,000 people moving through a trade show over the course of a few days. I want to talk to you about utilizing trade shows as an effective tool to build your business. Now, this is a little bit more of an advanced strategy. So I'm speaking to the newbies and the novices out there that are just getting started with us as something you get to look forward to. I'm speaking to the seasoned pros as something you ought to be doing right now. There's a lot of trade shows out there, and getting yourself a trade show booth gives you the opportunity to then position that booth for marketing efforts and get you in front of a whole lot of people that you would otherwise never meet and never get a chance to talk to. There's some do's and don'ts about trade shows. First of all, if you're going to go into a trade show, make sure that it's one that's got a really proven track record. There's nothing worse than getting on board and being the guinea pig for a new trade show provider or promoter and finding out that all of their advertising failed to materialize a good audience for you to speak with. I've had people that have signed up for new trade shows. They've been promised, a flow through of at least 30,000 people, and over the course of 3 or 4 days, there might have been 2,000 folks that showed up. That's not sufficient enough to make it worth your while. There are home shows out there. There are home and garden shows. There are boat shows. There's gun shows. There's recreation shows. There's every show imaginable out there that will allow a large traffic of people to get in front of your booth. Now, we've tried different methods of getting their attention over the years, and I'm here to tell you it's with mixed results. If you're standing out there in an aisle and you're trying to take everybody's information for a free drawing, will you get people to give you their information? You bet, but that doesn't mean they're interested in the business. And you can waste a lot of time just calling back and talking to those people. On the other hand, if you create a booth that has a compelling interest that will attract the interest of the people that are aligned with that, you're going to be better off because you won't waste a lot of time. Here's what I mean by that. Maybe you go in and you set up all sorts of different books. You might put out Napoleon Hill's books. You might put out Rich Dad Poor Dad books. You might put out Tony Robbins books. You just lay them all out there. An individual who have an interest in personal development or an interest in real estate or an interest in business, walking by, they'll go, well, so are you affiliated with this guys? You say, no. But these are books that I've read. They're individuals who have influenced my life and my business, and I wanted to throw those out there to for a point of discussion. What happens is you've just captured the interest of an individual whose interest is aligned with yours. Try this out. Throw out a cash flow game. Set it up and put it out there. People come by and go, I play cash flow. Awesome, so do we. We get together on a regular basis and do it. You ought to come play cash flow with us. Great way for you to segue into building a relationship. Maybe you put up real estate content and information and Renatus banners, and individuals going by go, real estate? So what's this all about? Are you an agent? No, I'm not an agent. I'm actually an investor. And I fix and flip homes. I also purchase homes. And, I'm always looking for individuals who want to do the same. It could be that you put out information for maybe your last closing or settlement statement. You could take your last check at closing and blow it up into a big, 5-foot check and put it on the back wall and say, if you didn't make this kind of money on your last real estate deal, you should talk to me. See, those things are going to engage an audience who has a like interest with you. And it allows you to then, instead of throwing a big old net and then having to sort through all the trash fish versus the trout, or good game fish, you allow the booth to do a lot of the work for you. Now, do you get a lot fewer leads? Absolutely. A lot fewer leads. But the leads that you get are going to be quality and qualified. Then what you do is this. That's how you can benefit from a properly positioned booth at a trade show in a high traffic area. How do you use an advanced strategy to help your team members get acquainted with trade shows and benefit? That's where I'm speaking to those of you who want to master this craft. That's when you share the cost and the burden of running the trade show booth with your team. So let's say you're out there and you're recruiting a whole bunch of IMAs and you want to help them generate leads as well. They're uncertified, so every single sale that they generate, until they get certified is going to come to you. Why wouldn't you invite them to be a part of that show and a part of that booth? You pack that booth with a whole bunch of brand new folks, and you teach them what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say, and you schedule times throughout the day so that you've got fresh people on the floor. Maybe they take it in 3-hour segments, 3-hour scheduled blocks. If you've got 10 people and over 3 days, you work in a rotation on those 10 new IMAs, all that are uncertified, that means that you don't have to be in the booth to be benefiting from the booth. You pack the booth with all of your uncertified people, and the leads that are generated, you're going to help them work to help them get trained and assisted. And as they are able to introduce those people to you, you make sales, or I should say they make sales. Those sales pay you. They get trained so they know what to do going forward. But you've leveraged your time and energies and efforts with all of your uncertified people by getting a trade show booth and showing them how to work it. Just a little tip of the day.